I would like to take this opportunity of introducing our next guest speaker, Sonal Saxena. Sonal is a research scholar at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. She obtained her BTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering from Uttar Pradesh Technical University, Lucknow in 2013 and has obtained Masters of Engineering degree from Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. Currently, she is pursuing her PhD in Thapar Institute in the area of blockchain. Her area of interest research lean towards blockchain-based smart contracts and its application. I would request Sonal to please come on stage and continue with her presentation.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shashi, for such a warm welcome. Uh, Hello, professors. Uh, I hope you all are safe and healthy. It's my pleasure to attend this workshop as a speaker in the Cyber Symposium, Rainbow Secure Cyber Symposium 2021. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Sonal, can you share it again?
Okay, ma'am. So it's okay now? It's fine, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
Sonal,
Yeah.
it's okay.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to attend this workshop as a speaker. I feel very much honored and privileged to get this opportunity to speak and deliver my talk in front of you all. My today's topic of presentation is blockchain structure, its operation, and beyond cryptocurrency. As we know, that blockchain is the first native digital medium for the value, and we are witnessing one of the largest transformation of wealth in human history, from paper-based analog assets to the digital ones. In this talk, I'll discuss about the structural and operational aspects of the Bitcoin blockchain and their types, and the quite pretty fascinating topic of today's is Ethereum and the smart contract. So let's start. First of all, let me introduce myself. Myself, Sonal Saxena. I am a research scholar at TIET Punjab, and I'm a blockchain enthusiast. If you can reach me out, you want to reach me out on my email ID that's given. The contents of my topics are what is blockchain, followed by its structure and working. I'll discuss the benefits and types of blockchain, followed by the history, and what is blockchain 2.0, followed by Ethereum and the smart contract, and some further readings if someone interested to go it in the further. So, first of all, what is blockchain? Simply, it is just storing the data in blocks of information and linked together in a chain. That is, block plus chain is equals to blockchain. It is quite simple like this. Like it is open for all. Like anybody can do transaction on that. Open, permanent. Permanent, the means from permanent is that once a data is added to the ledger, it cannot be removed or altered. That means it refers to the immutability, which is one of the most important feature of the blockchain. Next is the decentralized. That means there are no third party involvement. Next, this is the distributed ledger technology. That means it is spread across the whole network, which makes tampering difficult and record the transaction between the parties efficiently in a permanent and verifiable way. So we can go through that. What is the blockchain? But what is the structure? How blockchain works? Yeah, how what looks like blockchain? Then first of all, the what we can do from blockchain, we can do transaction. So transaction is the basic element of the blockchain. They are validated and broadcast on the network. Like if the transaction is a basic element of blockchain, then many transactions together form a block. like we have discussed earlier, like some information or transactions are stored in a block, and this block contains a data, its hash, and if it is a second block, then it stores the value of the hash value of the previous block. But if it is the first block, or we can say it is the genesis block, then its hash of previous block is 000. Many blocks form a chain together through a digital data link. These link can be a cryptographic link which uses cryptographic algorithms like RSA. Like we can see in the diagram that if one, two, or three blocks are chained together, they have some data in them and have hash and the previous hash values. If we can see, each block go through a consensus process to select the next block that will be added to the chain. All the blocks on the blockchain network have to go on through a consensus process. We'll see later what is the consensus process. After being added to the chain, validation and consensus process is carried out by the miners. Miners are just specified pair of nodes or computers who do these tasks. And when the block is verified, it is then added to the chain. Now next we can see what is consensus mechanism. A consensus mechanism is a fault tolerant mechanism that is used in computer and blockchain system to achieve the necessary agreement on a single data value or single state of network among distributed processes or multi-agent system. It is useful in record keeping among other things. Like it is basically, if we say, it is a set of rules that decides on the contribution by the various participants which are available on the blockchains. There are different kinds of consensus mechanism algorithm which work on different principle, like proof of work, POW. Proof of work is a common consensus algorithm used by the most popular cryptocurrency network, like we know Bitcoin. And proof of stake, which is adopted by Ethereum, the successor of Bitcoin, and the delegated proof of stake. There are some other consensus mechanism like that, like proof of activity also. So what we can see the operation. We will see the operational blockchain operation of blockchain, how blockchain works, how blockchain operate. Like if an Alice, yeah, if a man a transaction is required, if a man want to do a transaction, so here a transaction is requested and authenticated first, then it is represented in the form of a block and the transaction is created. The created block is then sent to the every node, like it will act as a participant in the network. Then that particular node validate the transaction, and nodes receive a reward in the form of proof of work, like we discussed earlier. It proof of work as a consensus mechanism, typically in the form of the cryptocurrency. Like if we see, then existing blocks of the networks and the transaction is complete. Next, we'll discuss the benefits of the blockchain. There are many benefits of the blockchain. Like we can see, it will act also used in a cryptocurrency. Like if we say, we can say that it act as a distributed underlying database structure for the transaction of the cryptocurrency. Like if we see that blockchain is a feature rich technology, if we can say blockchain is a feature rich technology, there are so many benefits of blockchain. For example, if we can say if it lets the user to do a faster settlement compared to the traditional methods. It is also immutable and more secure. As in our previous talk, we see like Deborah and Ayushi are talking about the security of the data, like data protection, data privacy. So yeah, a blockchain can helps in that to secure the data. When compared to a traditional network, blockchain technology is more capable and has improved network capacity. With decentralization built in, it can be used to build a shared and distributed blockchain. So these are the some benefits of blockchain. We can see that it reduces the transaction cost, faster transaction settlements, decentralizations, user control networks. It provides efficiency, auditability, traceability. Moving on to the network, block types of network. Basically, there are two types of networks, public and private. Public blockchain network is permissionless. That means it does not need, one cannot need any permission to enter into this network. On contrary to that, in private blockchain network, one need a permission to enter into the network. If we see, like the main difference between them is how they function. Like the public blockchain network is permissionless, where the private blockchain network is permission one. This means that the public blockchain in an open network is an open network that is not controlled by anyone. Anyone can access it. The private blockchain, on the other hand, is permission, which means that there is an authority who manages, who can use the network, like that. Like in public blockchain network, there's a high decentralization. In private blockchain network, there will be a low decentralization. By using the combination of both public and private blockchain network, uh, the two more blockchain network can be introduced, like hybrid and consortium. Consortium is a permission blockchain network. It is controlled by a group. But in a hybrid blockchain network, it takes the property of both public and private, like it is controlled by one authority with some permissionless process. Like if we can say our Bitcoin blockchain network is a public blockchain network. So moving on, where it all started from, if we see, well, when the blockchain come into the existence, when the Bitcoin came into the existence, then it all started from 1991, when the Stewart and Scott described cryptographically secure chain of blocks. And then further in 1998, S. Szabo works on a BitGold, a decentralized digital currency, who is the man behind the pretty much, if we can say, the most fascinating topic today is the smart contract. S. Szabo is the man behind that. In 2000, Stephen gave theory of cryptographic secure chains and ideas for its implementation. Now it comes the years 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto established the model of blockchain. It is still an anonymous that Satoshi Nakamoto is a one person or a group of team. But still, we got a technology like a blockchain, so we'll focus on that. In 2009, Nakamoto implemented first blockchain as a public ledger using Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first digital currency, or we can say cryptocurrency. It is the advent of the cryptocurrency in 2009, first cryptocurrency in 2009. And then the 2014, which we'll see in the later slides, that 2014 will give us the blockchain 2.0. So moving on to the next slide, many people have some, we can say some facts like are Bitcoin and blockchain are same. So we can say that the answer is no, because Bitcoin is an application of blockchain technology, and the blockchain is the underlying data structure which can be used for many things, including the cryptocurrency. Like I have said in my earlier slide in the history that the 2014 will bring us the blockchain 2.0. In 2014, blockchain technology is separated from the currency, and its potential for other applications was explored. And this separation gives rise to the blockchain 2.0. referring to the application beyond the currency. The first and the foremost application of the of the blockchain is the cryptocurrency. If we say that blockchain forms the bedrock for the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Like blockchain allows Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to operate without the need of the central authority or the central party. It not only reduces the risk but also eliminates many of the processing and transaction fees. Transaction fees excludes the transaction fees that happens in the transaction that build on in any transactions. Blockchain has many area of application in different sectors, like in trade finance, also insurance. Also in insurance, blockchain has the ability to help to automate claims functions by verifying we can say by verifying coverage between companies and the businesses, or of the or people, or we can say between the two companies, or the between the two organizations, or the between the two business. Blockchain have many areas of application, like if we can see in the diagram, it is in the if we can see in the banking, if we can say in the banking. So if we take the example of payments, then by establishing a distributed ledger for payments, like example Bitcoin, blockchain could facilitate faster payments at lower less fees than banks. In if we take the example of settling the settlement of the system. So because blockchain has a distributed ledger technology, it can reduce the operational cost and bring us closer to the real time transaction between the, we can say, financial institutions. If we see the crowdfunding application of blockchain, it can be used to blockchain can be used to reduce the problem that occurs in crowdfunding. Like if the contract is written in a way, I'm talking about the smart contract, we'll discuss this later, what is a smart contract. But in crowdfunding, the contract is written in a way that all the money will be added to the pool. When all the request meets a specified condition, then all the money will be transferred to the specific authority or the specific organizations. So in this way, there are some applications we can go through with the blockchain. And there are many more applications exploring nowadays in different fields, like in healthcare. If we talk in healthcare, a type of a smart contract can be written that can do transaction from transaction to buy drugs from a medical shop, or or keeping the record of your medicines, or keeping the record of your medical statements from initial to last. So there are many more applications, and people are implementing the technology of blockchain in different areas, like Internet of Things, sharing economy, IT cloud storage, and the Internet of Things. So yeah, it's pretty much popular nowadays. Now, what is Ethereum? We can say it is the successor of Bitcoin, because it is introduced after the Bitcoin, which is the first digital currency or the cryptocurrency. Like as Bitcoin built upon blockchain, other altcoins means the alternative cryptocurrencies to Bitcoin, such as Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero project, and Zero Cash are the some currencies or blockchain platforms, we can say, that are built after Bitcoin. Also growing in these are also growing into a robust blockchain system. Ethereum is the successor of Bitcoin, is the open source decentralized blockchain with the smart contract functionality that we were talking about in our last slide. That the smart contract functionality. If we can say the decentralized applications, dApps, People are making small dapps nowadays, like e-voting, like in e-healthcare. They simply made a smart contract which contain a set of rules that people have to agree on that, and the functionality is done. And they can easily achieve the target of keeping the data secure, safe, authenticated with the help of this technology. Ethereum has its own cryptocurrency. I can say that each not each some of the blockchain platform have their own cryptocurrency. Like Ethereum has its cryptocurrency is called Ether. If some transaction has been done on the blockchain network, on the Ethereum blockchain, the currency which is transferred is called Ether. And if we write a smart contract, if we implement the smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain, we have to write it on the programming language called Solidity, which is not very we can say not very hard. It is easy to write it. It is easy to we can say execute. Now, Ethereum introduces computer programs into the blocks representing financial instruments such as bonds. These bonds are known as smart contracts. Smart contracts are very much popular these days. We can say that these are simple, a computer programming code. We can say capsuled in the we can say some lines of codes, some line of agreements or rules capsuled in the are capsuled and then implemented on the blockchain. Whatever we want to we can say whatever we want to implement, whatever we want, the requirement of anything that has to be authenticated, what anyone wants to be some speciality in the application, you can include in the smart contract, and that's done. That's smart contract. All about the smart contract is that it is a microservice on the web which can be accessible by everyone on the blockchain network, which is available. Whoever available on the blockchain network can access the microservice on the web. It executes on the top of the blockchain, having set of rules under which the parties to that smart contract agree to interact with each other. As you see in the diagram, if there are one or more parties, they have to be agree on the smart contract, and the execution has been done. That's simple. That's quite pretty much similar, that if there are two or more parties, one or more parties, if they agree on the certain rules, some rules written on the smart contract, then the transaction happened, then the execution of the contract done, then the transaction happened. Yes, according to some blockchain developers, smart contracts are the real blockchain revolution, we can say. Like, smart contract is indeed a revolutionary tool. How? Like, we take an example, like with reference to the healthcare services, we can say it performs exchanges to the services that rely on smart contracts in buying drugs more cheaply and flexibly. The most exciting thing about the advent of the cryptocurrency is blockchain technology, which gave rise to the smart contract. That's all about today. These are the some further readings. If any one of you are interested in this work, you can go through these further readings. And that's it. That's all today from my side. Hope you all get that. And very much thank you very much for hearing me, and for patiently hearing me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonal. It was very good, presentation. We have heard previous presentations on blockchain, but your perspective from the research side is very helpful, and it's gonna help attendees who are joining us today. Many have actually questions as well. Somebody has asked, yeah, it's good that blockchain is now useful for many different areas. They're asking about is how somebody has a question about the climate effect and climate change. Is that something that is it true, or how it should be mitigated?
Yeah, Professor, we can also go into that field. Like, if anyone want to keep the data, keep the climatic data in the record, like for a 1 year, for a 2 year, they can. Yeah, it can be. We can say that we can go into the climatic field for implementing the blockchain technology.
Right, thank you. Yeah, actually, somebody had concern about, I think, climate effect. I mean, the blockchain consumes a lot of energy, lot of resources. So they
Yeah.
wanted, yeah, from that angle, somebody was asking that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now, somebody is also interested that, if somebody wants to build a new app using blockchain as a concept, then what are the tools or, technologies they can use, and where they can deploy it if they want to do it.
Okay. Like, as we can see, that blockchain has a uh, has a successor, Ethereum. Ethereum is the blockchain, not having the cryptocurrency Ether, but it also give rise to the many applications with one of its main feature, that is a smart contract. So you need a blockchain, simple blockchain. If anyone wants to build a decentralized application, DApp, we are talking about, you simply need a local blockchain like Ganache. You need a browser extension like MetaMask, and you simple like Node.js and programming language. That's all. And you can easily write a smart contract or set of rules you want to implement or you want in your agreement. That's it, and you can implement on the blockchain with the help of the browser extension MetaMask.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, where it get hosted? Like, how are you gonna host it into just the public cloud available, or where developer can host his work and data that he produces?
Okay, like, Professor, I can say that if you are talking about the hosting, first of all, it is in the initial stage that we are not getting into the very vast platform that we host it on into the like cloud. But yeah, we are leaning towards that. We club this to the blockchain technology with cloud, but still we are checking, or still we are in the initial stage of just checking an implementation on the local blockchain of 10 to 50 or 50 to 100. Or you can also say that it is the challenge that we have to meet out, that it has to be bring on the larger platform. Like, if you take the example of voting needs thousands and lakhs of peoples to be to be on the network. And blockchain is still in the initial stage. It's leaning towards, it's getting that thing that we have to implement it on the larger space or the larger crowd of people.
Yeah, I agree that because there need to be a public domain hosting for the blockchain so that more and more people can participate and take advantages. Developers can build the solutions and that customers can trust the platform where his data is stored, because whether it's a regular data storage or a blockchain data storage, it's all about maintaining the integrity, security, and privacy of the data.
Yes.
So I think more and more research work I think will happen in this area. And today, if any developers and any enthusiastic people they want to try out the blockchain technology, know more about it, I think Sonal will definitely help them, give them information and guidance. And we at Rainbow Secure is also gonna support your efforts and help you if you are a startup or if you are a developer want to build something fascinating. We can also help you with some help on the cloud hosting. We can give you some advisory support and security solutions from Rainbow Secure platform for as a credit that you can use it, and without any financial burden you can try out your ideas.
Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And if there's anything else from any other attendees, any audience We can take it now, or else we can meet in the chat. I think I would ask Nehal if she has something.
No, there is very thank you for your share your knowledge and share a very simple way that you share and teach us like about blockchain. If someone don't know about blockchain, still they can understand what you are try to what is your research topic and what you try to teach us, because some people are in business but they don't know about blockchain technology. This is very good, good to know them, like how they can simply use this technology and protect their data, and they can ask their development about it. At least they know a little bit, not too much, but still they can ask their developer about it and they can inquire. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.